Hi guys, tonight is February 19th. It's a Friday night. This is Holly, and I figured while we have a pizza baking in the oven that I do a little bit of update. It's been really nice here in San Diego, and as some of you may know that follow my progress, I had a major flare-up in January, and I'm bouncing back amazingly well, and I'm excited to report that. But I wanted to share a little bit of my experience because things that I forgot to mention in the last update came to me as I was looking at my vitamins the other morning. You know, my biggest message is to be a self-advocate no matter what disease you have, no matter what you're going through. Learn what the process is. Learn how Western medicine is going to treat you. Learn options and variables. Whatever's going to work to make your life better is what it's all about. Now, I shared that, you know, my neurologist retired and I had to see a new neurologist, and that put me behind because I didn't get an appointment right away. But I had another follow-up appointment with that secondary neurologist, and it was kind of interesting. Now, first of all, I want to show this to you. Be a self-advocate. This is a bottle of prednisone. I had 2 weeks of IV Solumedrol to stop my very, very severe flare-up, and the Solumedrol did wonders. It's a quick fix steroid that basically stops the inflammation and gets you back on track. I knew from past experience in the 4 years prior to me having stem cell treatment that Solumedrol worked in my case. But with secondary progressive multiple sclerosis, my flare-ups were becoming more and more frequent. Not really a flare-up because my MS was progressing, but my neurologist at the time was very aggressive and wanting to keep me mobile. So I had quite a few steroid treatments. As far as prednisone goes, I knew that prednisone is awful for me. I break out in hives, it makes me very, very ill. And because of trial and error, I knew that the prednisone wasn't a good option for me. So when this other neurologist, the new neurologist that I saw, prescribed this to me, what you're supposed to say? You go into the hospital and you know you need to be treated for a flare-up, and I'm sharing with him that I've had stem cell treatment outside the United States. He prescribes me 6 weeks of prednisone that I knew that I couldn't take. So, and you know, at one point I was supposed to take 6 pills a day, and then every week it diminishes because it's a taper, 6 to 5 to 4 to 3 to 2, for 6 weeks. 6 pills, 5 pills, 4 pills, 3 pills, all the way down. Again, be a self-advocate and know what you're doing. Understand the process. So some people will tell you, oh, you can't do that. You can't go cold turkey and go off your prednisone. I did. And it didn't have an adverse effect. Now, neurologists will tell you that it's not healthy to do that. Some other doctors will tell you, you have to know what works best for you. I knew in my case, prednisone would be a bad thing. Now, I was nervous because I don't want to go against what doctors tell me to do. I really don't. But trial and error. I had already been treated for 4 years for my MS, and it was working, not great. We knew that all the drugs were becoming less effective. So, you know, I was nervous not taking this as a taper, but I did it and it worked out fine. So I wanted to share that with you. The other thing I've been asked lately quite a bit is people want to know my opinion on CCSVI, Dr. Zamboni's theory and new possibility of a treatment that I know that the MS Society is looking at, and the trial in Boston. And I told people that have asked me about it, I'm not going to comment until I've done my entire research on it and I understand it. No different than what I did when I did 9 months of research before I chose to go outside the country and have stem cell treatment before it was FDA approved here in the United States. Now, I think sooner than later we'll see something here, but again, I couldn't wait. And I wasn't trying to be this rogue patient that says, oh, I'm going to throw caution to the wind and try anything. I wasn't desperate, but I knew that I couldn't wait. I knew that my MS wasn't going to sit tight and wait. You know, I see a lot of interest in new procedures and some people calling it cures. That worries me a little bit because everybody wants a cure for this. There's no doubt. For a lot of other diseases as well. But it's easy to get excited, and I hope that Dr. Zamboni's treatment, maybe even teamed up with some other, solutions, will work for people. Again, I wish Tysabri had worked for me. I wish Copaxone had worked. I wish that Rebif had worked. I wish that all the stuff I tried before, I did something so to some looks like craziness, had worked, but it just didn't. So, the other thing, it's kind of funny because now, I interact with so many people on a daily basis based on my experience and what I've learned and what I know and what I understand. There are some people that have had the treatment, stem cell treatment done, and they didn't get the results that they wanted. It just didn't last as long as they were hoping, maybe even 2 months, 3 months, you know. And I had somebody even write me on YouTube saying, you know, we're really sorry that it didn't work. Well, it did work. It's just that, you know, it's variable. Just like MS is so variable for different patients, so is the treatment. But so is Tysabri and Copaxone and Rebif and all the other treatments that are out there. Dr. Zamboni's treatment is going to be variable. No different than any other treatment out there for any other disease. So they were kind of discouraged, kind of upset, wanted to almost venture to say that stem cell treatment is a scam or it doesn't work. Don't believe everything you read. I agree with that. Don't believe everything you read, but understand. Education is the key to medical treatment, I think. As patients, we have to look past the hype and against the media and everything that we've been drilled to understand and to know and to follow. You have to think outside the box. So it's kind of important to do that and stay strong because it's hard to go against the grain. It really is. And you know what? I think that's my pizza. I think it's ready. So that's all I kind of wanted to say for tonight. And I'm working more than I thought I was going to be. We're only in February. And moving forward and catching up on all the emails that I got behind on in January and you know, living life. And again, I'm going to keep sharing my knowledge and my understanding and stem cells, I think, are the future of medicine. And I do believe that. And I'm excited for it. And I will check back soon. And gotta go get my pizza. Talk to you guys later.